More than 25 millennia ago, mankind began the first tentative steps to the stars. Equipped both with shockingly primitive technology and a burning desire for exploration and conquest, man slowly, blindly made his way to the nearest systems outside his own. With the discovery of the warp drive came the great expansion, as what was once a journey of several centuries became a journey of several days. Warp space was tricky and dangerous stuff, and not to be entered lightly. Many ships simply vanished, never to be seen again. With the discovery of the navigator gene, which allowed ships' pilots to make longer, more accurate warp jumps, interstellar travel became much safer, and soon men were exploring all of the nearby stars. Alien contact followed shortly thereafter, and, with grim inevitability, the first alien wars. The pattern was set. The Genestealers are the most enigmatic of races. Fierce warriors, they eschew the use of weapons in combat. Highly intelligent, they build nothing of their own, relying solely upon the technology of conquered people. Possessing an incredibly strong survival drive, they die fearlessly in battle. Vicious, destructive, they choose to conquer through seduction and infiltration rather than overt battle. At first glance, it is difficult to believe that a cunning and malign intelligence lurks within the Genestealer's bestial exterior. A Genestealer resembles the most fearsome monsters of ancient legend, a horror of teeth, claws, and glittering savage eyes. Protected by a remarkably strong carapace, through which protrude ropes of sinewy muscle, the creature stands in a perpetual crouch atop its clawed feet. Two sets of arms descend from its massive shoulders, one equipped with fingers, the other with powerful claws. Its long, thick head is equipped with a fearsome array of fangs and an even more frightening pair of eyes. There are 1,000 chapters of Space Marines, each of 1,000 Marines, 1,000,000 battle brothers. The best 100 Marines in each chapter are trained in the use of Terminator armor, fantastic battle armor created in the dark ages of technology. Also known as Tactical Dreadnought armor, Terminator exo-armor is a development of the sealed environment suits used by spaceship crews. Exo-armor is constructed from heavy-gauge plasteel plating, forming an armored shell that can withstand even the colossal impact of high-speed orbital micro-debris. It is the only readily available armor suitable for working inside the high-pressure casings of plasma reactor shields, or the extremely corrosive environments inside the holds of bulk chemical carriers. These same qualities, suitably enhanced by the Adeptus Mechanicus, make Terminator armor virtually invulnerable to most weapons. Terminator suits contain their own independent power supply and life support systems. They are heavily armed, and many also carry teleport homers, bioscanners, energy scanners, auto sensors, suspensors, and targeters for their weapons and communicators. Almost all Space Marine chapters have suits of Terminator armor and train a small number of their best Marines to use them. The suits are valuable and often very old. Many bear scars or medallions commemorating past actions and are treated with the reverence due to ancient relics.
Hi guys, welcome back to GFFA Games, and today we are playing the next Warhammer 40,000 game, Space Hulk Vengeance of the Blood Angels. I have played this game previously when it was released on the PlayStation, the first PlayStation, back in the mid-90s, I think, late 90s. This is being played on Windows 10. I do have the disc for it and the box, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to play from the disc. So I've had to download a version from a website called the Collection Chamber. I think I'll put a link in the description in case you want to play it yourself. It seems to work fine. I don't know if there's going to be any. Hello. I don't know if there's going to be any glitches or anything as we play through, but we'll find out. There is a little bit of information in the booklet, a couple of pages. I'm not going to sit and read all that to you, but I am going to put it up on the screen, hopefully right now if I remember, and you can just pause the video and read that through if you're interested. It's a little bit of lore, back when games came with manuals and instructions, which I do require to know how to control, because I think a little bit like the previous Space Hulk game, I don't think it's going to give us much help in the tutorial. Anyway, that's all we're going to be playing through in this video, is the 4 brief training missions, which we shall go to now. Right, there we go. So, like the previous Space Hulk game, we first get a little bit of a tutorial. There's 4 tutorial missions. There are a few missions from the original Space Hulk board game, which all of these games are loosely based on. I'm not going to play through any of those. I think they're the same missions that were available in the previous game. The reason I'm not going to play through those is because one of the later Space Hulk video games is purely based on the board game, so we might as well wait and play through them there. We've got classic missions, which, if you recognise any of those names, are just new versions of some of the missions from the 1993 campaign, with Blood Angels instead of Dark Angels for some reason. I don't know why they changed it. I've got no desire to replay any of these missions. They were all an absolute pain in the arse, and I'm pretty sure this game's going to throw plenty of original pain in the arse missions at us. We've then got some famous missions for each of these Terminators. which we will be... That looks a good one. Look at that. Anyway, we will be playing through some of those probably before we do the campaign. But for this video, we're just going to play through Purge and Retrieve, Limited Resistance, Escape, and Covering Fire. Let's go.
Here are your objectives. Purge these points with flame. Amael and Bethor must move to this area. A relic must be retrieved. Proceed with care, brothers.
Right, now I have played through these 4 missions previously, just to get a feel for the controls, and I know it looks primitive by today's standards, but this is a huge improvement graphically over the previous game. I think it's only a couple of years later, but as you can see, it looks like a much more interesting environment. So at the moment we're playing Amael, who doesn't have a flamer. We're just going to come through and we're going to collect the item.
Did you hear that?
It's backspace to collect the item, which is unusual. Not the first control that you would expect. In fact, all of the controls are very strange in this game. One thing that is much better than the previous game is you get some control over the close combat. So you can now parry and strike. You're not just left up to the computer.
Objective met.
Okay, so our first objective's been met. That is to get the object to the exit point. We've now got to take control of Bethor. We probably could have done this better by automating and commanding them where to go, but
Did you hear that? Objective met.
that was a bit of a close call, wasn't it?
Save your objective met.
So all we have to do is scorch these rooms.
Save your ammunition, brothers. Objective met.
I'm not sure how many shots you get with a flamer in this game. In the last one, I think it was 6 shots. So I'm assuming it's the same. Make sure we get to the other side before we flame it.
Therefore, objective met. Your mission was a complete success.
Okay, there we go. You can see in brackets the score that I got on the last time I played through the training. Done a little bit better this time.
Here are your objectives. Close these doors. Amael and Bethor must exit via this point. All's quiet at the moment.
Okay, we've got some doors to close.
Now they are so fast. Amael, to your right. Excellent shooting. They're coming. Amael, to your left.
Okay, it is
Be wary. Vengeance
backspace.
shall be ours.
Backspace, is it, to close
We
the door?
are their doom. That should hold them. Objective met.
Okay, it was backspace. I think I must have been standing in the doorway. Never mind. I keep pressing enter because that's my
They can't. Objective met.
seems to be the go-to key to interact, or E, but I don't think E does anything in this game. you know what? So you can see when we go into this screen, we do get some freeze time, like in the previous game. So you're not going to be.
Move to this point.
You might as well start moving.
We shall avenge!
Oops. Go back to Amael. I don't think we're going to encounter any more Genestealers in this level. But you never know. Oh, come on.
Honor the throne, brothers. Point sealed. Objective met.
I will get used to the controls, hopefully, before we get to the campaign. Otherwise, we're going to be in trouble. The other thing annoying about the way this game controls
Did you hear that?
is the, well, you're constantly walking into walls, or at least I am.
Overwatch!
Because it's not just a, you know, 4 directions.
Your mission was a glorious victory.
Okay, did much better this time as well.
Here are your objectives. Amael must move to this area. Did you hear that?
Okay, we're on our own this mission. Okay, that was an easy one.
Here are your objectives. Amael must exit via this point.
Okay, that's exactly the same mission, except this time we get 3 Terminators.
Keep alert, brothers!
So let's use them.
Therefore, Sebastius. Move to this point. Amael. Therefore. Move to this point. Sebastius. Amael.
Okay, we've only got to get Amael out, so we might as well
What was that?
get our other Terminators in position to hold off the Genestealers as much as possible.
Sebastius' Bolton is jammed.
Meanwhile, we are going to head into the
Quiet at the moment.
main hold and just do what we did last time, hopefully try and get through as fast as we can.
There's no end to them. Amael, that's your left.
Oh. Oh dear. I didn't do very well there.
Just been killed. You now cannot achieve mission success.
Important Terminator dead. Let's replay it. And we're not going to do anything different.
Therefore, move to this point. Sebastius. Move to this point. Amael.
We're just going to be a bit more careful.
Wary. Sebastius' Bolton is jammed. They're getting closer. Sebastius' Bolton is jammed. There's something ahead. Incoming on Amael. Here they come again. Vengeance!
You can see this game's a lot more violent than the previous one.
Killer in view. Wait. They're near. Justice.
Okay.
This is it. Good shooting. All mission objectives met.
Okay, there we go. That's a better... Oh, maybe it's not a better score. Oh, we spent longer this time. Oh well. that's the end of the training. So in the next video we might play some of the famous missions, or we might jump straight into the campaign and maybe do the famous missions afterwards. We'll see how we feel. I don't think the famous missions are from the campaign. I might be wrong. Maybe best playing the campaign first just to find that out. Anyway, I'll see you next video. Thank you for watching.